Hello everybody and welcome to On The Road. First of all, I'd just like to say thank you to Aerosoft for sending me the advanced early access version, which is basically just the improved and extended version of the early access version which was released to the public on Steam in about March of this year. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick playthrough and we're going to see exactly what we think to it. So first of all, you might be able to see a bit of a flicker on the screen. This has only happened since I increased the graphics quality to maximum, very high. So I don't know, it could just be for the main menu here, but we'll see how it goes. So we've got a very nice Scania R410 here, and a MAN, an M-A-N, TGX 18420. So first things first, what we need to do is create a profile, which I haven't done yet. I think we should have Daggerwin. First of all for this, shall we put capital? I think we probably should do. So yeah, Dagger ER win, not Dagger lose. Okay, accept that. The company can be. Do I have to type it all? Let me just see. I do. Okay, Daggerwin Logistics. There we go. A very fitting name, I think. Player logo. Well, which one looks vaguely like me? Probably that one there, although, yes, it still looks absolutely nothing like me at all. The company logo can be, we'll just have this one, I suppose. Truck brand Scania MAN. I think we'll go with Scania. And I don't know exactly what that is, but not to worry, let's just begin. So there is a screenshot of the game. Looks quite interesting. I've never played this before. I never even played the early access version, so it's totally new to me. I have, however, just been in the game for 10 minutes or so, just to try and get used to the controls first. Otherwise I'm going to be umming and ahhing for the rest of this episode saying, how do you do that? Although I'll probably be doing that anyway. That's interesting. I'll just turn my mouse sensitivity down. Yes. It's the straw mod for Farming Simulator. The add-on. Straw Harvest. Fancy seeing that here. Anyway, here is a street, obviously. We've got some Mercedes Sprinter, we've got some known vehicles. An Astra, another Mercedes Sprinter, another Astra. I think it's just two. But yeah, they look quite well modelled anyway. In fact, everything looks pretty good. Now, one thing which is always quite tricky is to get the correct volume, I should say, not the correct size volume. Yeah, the correct volume. It is pretty tough to be able to get the right level. Sometimes it can be way too loud and you can't even hear what I say. Other times you're thinking, can't he just shut up? I want to hear the lorry and stuff. So we'll see how we go today. Anyway, here we have the interior of the Scania. Looks very nice, actually. It is very spacious. Anyway, just to let you know how we actually start the engine, basically what you have to do is spam the Q key. I say spam, hit it about 3 times and it will start. So you can see we're actually in gear as well. You can shift between gears using the R and the F key. You can switch the engine off pressing the E key, and obviously you start the ignition and start the engine by pressing the Q key. But it's up to you if you want to rebind these. So what we're going to do is we're going to press the space bar first of all to remove the handbrake. I'm actually in the automatic mode here. I'm going to press C to change the camera angle. That isn't default, I have changed that myself. I'll just get back in again. And then what you can do is you can left click and rotate the camera so you can see everything around the lorry. Looking pretty good. Now before we do anything, I'm just going to go back into the cab view and I'm going to put it into, it's in neutral anyway actually. We'll rev the engine so you can hear that. So hopefully it gives you an idea. I don't know how loud it was. Hopefully it was loud enough to hear. So yes, we're going to keep alternating between the internal view and the external view. Let's put it into gear, into auto mode, and let's begin. Now I have actually changed the controls for the indicators to the closed and open brackets. I think it's going to be easier. Let me just stop here. Right, so let me just go onto here. We can click quick tips and you can see it says walk to the driver's door, left click to get in the truck, press the Q key multiple times to get the engine running, then press R to put it into gear. In case it's stuck in gear 1, you are in rank mode. Switch back to D by pressing the F key, which is what I've done already. If you're unsure, check the lever down right of your driver's seat press space to release the handbrake. In case you crash or roll over, you can set your truck back on its wheels by pressing F9, and you can use the retarder by pressing B. It's definitely worth doing this because you can lose too much air in the brakes. The air pressure can drop and the brakes will lock. So yeah, definitely worth doing that. But I think all switches and levers can be operated by left and right clicking on them. That's interesting. It's true, very true. But we'll go back into drive mode first. As well, before we go, what I want to show you is the vehicles that we can buy in the future if we want to. Obviously we have this truck here, which is 117,000 euros, but also if I just hover over these ones here, you can see the different ones available to us. So quite a few. Yeah, we only have the one, but it's still a pretty good one. Anyway, there is also company, which we can click on here. Doesn't say anything, but at the top you can see that we are called Daggerwin Logistics. We have 3,000 euros and our reputation is 0. That is because we've never done anything, and sitting here will mean that we will never get anything done. So yes, we're going to choose the first job by, again, pressing escape, clicking on logistics and choosing a different journey. Now I don't actually know where we are. Where are we? We'll see. There we are. We're in Kiel. If we want to get some fuel, we can just do the loop and refill. I think we're okay at the moment, although actually our fuel gauge there is showing us empty. Maybe we have to turn the engine off. Anyway, yes, if we can get one of these from Kiel, that's 2 Kiel. So what we want to do is from Bremen, none of these. They're all from different locations. That's interesting. So to begin with, we don't actually have a job from Kiel. Ah, that one there. Yes, I'll accept that. That is a very, very short one. But we can do it. There is no reason why we can't do that. So into the cab and we can begin. It's rush hour here. We'll have to indicate left. We'll put it into forwards, obviously. There is a bus coming, but we're going to go anyway. Handbrake off would help. Right, we're off. Now I'm actually using the keyboard for this. You can use the steering wheel if you'd like to. But I did try and get it set up and I couldn't actually release some resistance from the steering wheel, and it was making a bit of a noise, and it would have really picked up in the video. So that's going to take that's going to have a bit of looking at, I should say. So in the future, I'm hoping to use the steering wheel, but certainly for today and possibly the next episode as well, we're going to be using the keyboard. Right, red lights as usual. It's always red lights in every game I play. It's just the way it is. It is nicer to be able to use a steering wheel because obviously the movements are much smoother, and especially from the in-cab view you can see the steering wheel moves very harshly. I'm actually going straight on here. I could be in that left lane, you know. I could be. Is there anyone behind me? I don't know. I think we'll wait. But I can go in here. Many Sprinter vans. As you can see, we do have a sat-nav just down here with a speed notification on it, so we can do 50. We're doing 33 currently. We're going to go left here. I did just have to jump cut because for some reason my steering wheel just decided to enable itself and then take over the steering wheel, which was bizarre. Anyway, let's just make sure we can see the lights. There we go. And we're going left here. Better get the indicator going. Come on. Come on. I don't actually understand these lights. They're different, aren't they? They're not... Oh, no, there is a green. I just couldn't see it. It's completely off the screen. Yeah, it's clear for the people to the right of us to go, but for us, we can't go just yet. Now it's our turn. Now it really isn't too far to go, so in a second we should get there for the first delivery. That is what I'm hoping for. I'm just hoping my steering wheel doesn't cut back in again because, yes, it just did it then. Otherwise it takes over and forces you into the side. So I think for next time I'll either get it set up correctly or just disable it altogether. I need to merge in here. That'll do. And I think the only way of checking the map is actually by going onto the escape menu. So we'll do that in a second. But we really can't be too far away. So it's quite tricky with just a keyboard. It's definitely possible, but when you've been used to using a steering wheel, I would say it's advisable to use a steering wheel. You can probably hear the steering wheel shuddering as I go on the verge. But yeah, we're just going to go up to this destination up here and see what to do from there. Basically, keep taking different jobs to earn money. Right, I don't think it is too far from here. It does also self-center very slowly, the steering wheel, which is very nice actually, so you won't want it to just suddenly ping back to the center. You would definitely not be able to control it if it did that. I'm speeding, just about. It's very busy here, so much traffic. Try not to crash into them. Right, so it can't be any further really. I should think it is just at the top of here. Unless the map is absolutely huge and it looks like it was not very far away, but actually it is. All we can do is keep checking on here. Oh, it is. It is quite a long way actually. But that is the finishing point, as you can see. And it's going to Westhafen Kiel. I hope that is pronounced well. Probably not. But yes, that's where we're going to for the first delivery. I would come out of first person view, but I think I'll probably crash. Certainly from what I can hear, the sounds are pretty good. Decent lorry sounds and everything, engine sounds. But I just don't know if I've put the volume loud enough. Mainly because the other day when I did the ETS2 Italia first look, I had it way too loud to begin with, and then I put it really quiet by accident. So yes, it is very tough to get the right volume. I did do a sound test and everything. It sounds okay when you first do it, but then when you've been watching the video for a while, it really does show up as you not having it loud enough or too loud. Wow, that was close. Ugh. Ugh. No, there's a bus. Oh. That was not good. That was not good at all. Okay, I'm still getting the hang of it. Are they okay? Oh, I see. It's like that, is it? Obviously didn't have insurance. Well, if nothing else, I think that gives you a good idea of what the accidents are like. There isn't too much in the way of damage, and certainly no gore. But you can still push vehicles out of the way, especially a car, and probably a Sprinter van as well. Right, I think this is where we need to be. This is our destination. Oh, hitting the verge again. It is. Okay, so we'll indicate into here. And I think we go around the back or the side. Yeah, just over here. Are we going to fit under? I suppose we are. Just about. That's where we need to go to. Now we've done that, what we have to do is drive all the way back again and then go to this finishing point in Kiel. I don't know what is actually there. We started off here. But that's what it's telling us to do, so as we've dropped off the load I assume, or maybe we filled up actually. We could have just loaded up. But what we have to do anyway is drive back. In fact, let me see that again. That's quite interesting. You can see how detailed it is under the trailer. You see, that could just be plain, but there has been some detail put in, which is nice to see. Do we need fuel? That is a big question. No, we... Oh, actually, we're empty, aren't we? We're empty. I'm going to have to refill. Go in here. I don't want to hit a pump because that would be catastrophic. But there we go, there's the price of fuel. Park your truck, get out by pressing the right mouse button, then walk over to the fuel tank and keep your left mouse button pressed to fuel up. Okay, we'll turn the engine off then. And, yep, get out. And then, it must be just a case of holding left mouse button. Did that work? Yeah, there we go. So you actually have to go up to the tank, which makes perfect sense. So I do like, actually, one thing I really do like is that you can get out of the cab. It's always a very good thing to be able to do. So that's nice and expensive. Very expensive, €953, but you'd expect it, wouldn't you? You are filling up an HGV after all. A huge lorry. So again, we'll go back into cab view, spam Q. I think we've paid. Yes, we've paid. So let's go. And then it's just a case of turning right. And I think everybody has given way to us, which is very, very nice indeed. They obviously knew we're bad drivers or something. That is quite slow steering. I did change the steering sensitivity to what I can only think is the maximum. It's okay and everything, but maybe just slightly faster. Anyway, we have quite a journey back. The same thing again, but then a bit further on top. When we actually get to Kiel, we have to go through the town. I've just found a setting for the steering sensitivity, and as you can see, I have set it to maximum just to show you how responsive it can be. In fact, it can be so responsive that it's uncontrollable, but yes, it is nice that the feature is there. I just thought I'd make it clear, because otherwise you could just assume that you can't make it any more sensitive. And as I've just mentioned, I did want to have it a bit more sensitive, but not quite as sensitive as this. So in a second I'm going to actually change it again. I'm going to reduce it, but not quite as much as it was before. If you do keep hearing these funny sounds, it is just the steering wheel, because it's still got the force feedback on. Anyway, yeah, let me just adjust that a bit. That is much better. I've got a happy medium here. Try not to crash into anybody. And the steering wheel is most likely going to keep vibrating. Yeah, there it goes. Making a racket. Next time I'll get it disabled completely. That's not good. Here we are, back in Kiel. Just waiting at the red lights as usual. And then we'll be able to progress further to our destination. Hopefully that'll be the first contract done. Hello, people next to us in the car. Just trying to entertain myself at the traffic lights. Does that car even have a driver? I don't know. Did that car have a driver? Ah, yes, I can see them. That would be spooky. There are going to be quite a few stops here with the traffic lights, but hopefully we're going to get it lucky. Maybe one of these times we'll get it on green. Oh, a cruise ship! I never even noticed. Look at that. Now, which cruise ship is that? I don't know. Still very interesting to see though. Oh, it's on green. That's a first. Okay, I'm going to cut in here, because I think eventually we're going to be turning left or going straight on. That would be the turning right lane. Oh, okay, it merges anyway. Red lights. Oh no, green lights. They've just changed. And now they've just changed again. Back to red. But at least this will give us a bit of time to be able to just look at the map. Right. So we are almost there. Just around the corner. Let's keep going. Come on. Keep going. So we have to go back on ourselves here. This is the port, I think. Certainly makes sense with there being a cruise ship there. We're going to indicate to turn right. Somewhere around here. Is it actually in here? I think it is. And that must be the marker over there, I assume. We'll just make our way around the containers and then we'll park up in the designated area and hopefully we'll get paid. That would be very good. There we go, so we actually finished off with €2,893. The reputation final was 289.3. No price reduction at all. The reputation is pretty decent there, I'd say. It was 47.3 kilometres. Despite crashing, we still got a pretty good reputation, which is obviously very nice indeed. So from here, can we choose... We can choose anything else we want to do. And also you can see that our capital has gone up quite a bit. Daggerwin Logistics is starting to do well, and the reputation is obviously acquiring quite a few numbers there, which is very nice. 0 to 289, that sounds not bad at all. Anyway, I think for today we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and yeah, we'll probably do another episode fairly soon. So until then, see you again soon. Bye for now.